welcome back to my channel, Just As TV. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe as you come on in and say what's up to me on this lovely Sunday. I hope you had a great, whatever it is you guys had. I hope you had a great weekend. I hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about let's get it started. Y'all see the screen, Love After Lockup, child, episode 37. Love me or love me not, child. Love me or love me not. So who we gonna start with first? Because I feel like a lot of these stories have a lot of good static today, but we're gonna start with the simple stories today. So today we're gonna start with Julian and Christine. Julian and Christine. So Christine needs to go see her parole officer, but the parole officer is not in the office. She's calling, and she gets no answer. She keep hearing that the parole officer is not in the office. Julian wants to go down there and go see what's up, but she's like, it doesn't make sense to go down there and see what's up if he or she is not, or I think she says she, if she is not in the office. It's like a waste of time, and she don't want to waste her time. So, Julian then explains to us that he's paying for her lawyer, that is going to take care, whatever she needs to take care of. And also he's paying for a child support lawyer. She got a lot going on. That's why he said in the last episode that he's paying a lot of bills and she needs to get a job, right? So he's paying a lot of bills. He's paying for her lawyer so that she can fight for custody for her kids. I don't know if it's her son or her twins, but I know he said something about the twins. I think she has two lawyers. She's paying for one for her son and then one for her twins. I'm not 100% sure. I think he's paying one for one. I think she's paying for the other. I'm not 100% sure, but that is what's going on. So he's letting us know that he's paying a lot of bills out of pocket for Miss Christine, and Christine has to get a job. Christine don't really want to work. She giving us all kind of stories, all kind of sob stories. She just got out of prison. It's going to be really hard for her to get on her feet. He told her in prison that he was going to take care of her, and turns out that he can't really provide for her like he wanted to provide, like she wanted him to provide. He's telling her that she's going to have to, pick up some of the slack and take care of some of these bills, child. So we're going to see what's going to happen with them, because I am not sure how that's going to work out, because I'm sure he's going to press the issue about her getting a job, and I'm sure she's going to press the issue about her not wanting to get a job because she want to stay home and relax on his dime, child, on his dime. Yeah, so I'm sorry. So sorry, I got a little cough. So she feels that he's being unrealistic about his expectations about her getting a job. He don't feel like that. She wants to be taken care of. I don't know if he has the funds to do it. She is comparing his lifestyle, his previous lifestyle to his previous, to his ex-wife, to their lifestyle, and she feels like he wants to have the same standard of lifestyle with her. Or, because they had this extravagant lifestyle. They used to go travel and be on vacations a lot, and the kids went to private school and all kind of stuff like that. And so she feels like he wants the same for her out of this situation, and I don't think she's prepared to give it, and she's not prepared to work that hard. She wants to be a pampered princess, and I don't think that he's gonna give it to her. So yeah, y'all drop that in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about Julian and Christine's relationship. I don't think that the relationship is gonna last, because she's not gonna want to get a job, and she wants to be taken care of, and I don't think he has the means to take care of her. He sold her pipe dreaming while she was in prison. He might have enough to take care of his family and take care of himself, but he don't have enough to also take care of a whole grown adult. So I don't think it's gonna last. I don't think it's gonna last, child. Y'all let me know. Drop down in the comments and let me know. So we gonna head over to Letitia and Keith. So Letitia feels like she needs another opinion. She don't like what Ben is telling her, and she needs another opinion. So she goes and seeks out another lawyer, this time a legit lawyer. She has a consultation with him. She shows him the documents that Ben provided to her. He goes and breaks down the documents with her step by step, pretty much telling her exactly what the documents said. And the documents say that that the law didn't change. The law never changed. The policy changed. This policy statement changed, not the actual law. He explains to her that Keith has 8 more months, and that Keith is gonna have to deal with, waiting out that 8 months, that he's gonna have to serve out his time. There's no way that this law, applies to him. It's not applicable. And Ben sold her a pipe dream, pretty much, that he told her, like I told y'all, he said whatever in that doggone space that they was in. And yeah, it doesn't apply to Keith. So he also explains to her that he was an inmate, meaning Ben was an inmate that previously used this particular circumstance to get himself out, and he feels like now he's going to use it for other people and make money off of it. And they said in Keith's particular situation, it does not apply. So with that being said, Keith is going to have to serve out his 8 months. She gives him a call and lets him know. She breaks the bad news to him, that he's not going to be able to come home. And then she's a little bit upset because she doesn't know what she needs to, how she's going to break the news to her family, her kids, all of that stuff. Everybody's looking forward to him coming home because she's already dropped the news, and she doesn't know how she's going to break it to them. So she's upset. She says that she needs to come to terms with it. And the fact that they're not giving Ben no more money. She's really, really angry. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to tell her family. She made a lot of preparations, like I said. And, yeah, then she comes and we find out that she got a pink slip on her door. And his cousin explains to her that the owner of her house that she lives in has not been paying the rent or the mortgage, and the house is in foreclosure. They're going to have to move. There's nothing she could do. So she got a lot of situations sitting on her shoulders. She don't know what to do with herself. She's a little bit upset, like I said. And, she got to have to figure it out. But at this very moment, she's not giving Ben no more money. She ain't worried about Ben no more. And she just going to have to ride that 8 months out with her husband. And that's it. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that situation. I do wholeheartedly think that Letitia and Keith are going to last, at least until he gets out and we see how he behaves. But he seems like he's a stand-up guy. He seems like, they seem like they for each other. So I believe that their relationship is going to last. So we'll see. We'll definitely see with what's going on with them. I don't think that she should have broke all of this news to her children so early. I think she should have waited. So I don't know, especially that little girl and the way her daughter broke down and was crying. I don't think that she should have involved them so soon. I think she should have waited. Yeah, y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that situation. Do y'all think that she should have waited? I think she should have waited when it comes to her daughter. So let's get to Bianca and Daniel. So Bianca and Daniel, Bianca is settled in. She's settled in. Where is it? I'm sorry, I gotta find my other one. Yeah, she's finally arrived in her new place. She's looking around. She loves it. It's a pretty decent place. She's pretty happy with the situation. And she explains to us this is the first time she's been away on her own, living on her own in her own space and alone. And it feels weird to her. This is the first time she's ever left Florida. So she feels like that is also weird to her because she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to expect. It's hard for her to be alone, living in Arizona by herself, but she still at the same time feels independent and empowered, which is good because that's what she needs. Daniel calls and she says that she's excited because he is getting out tomorrow, which is the next day after she arrived. He's getting out tomorrow. She's looking forward to having sex, girl. I think they all was. They all was, child. And she tells him straight up. She is open and blunt, this little girl. But she's 22, 24. So that's what she gonna be. That's what she gonna be. They discuss the fact that, he wants to move in with her, but he has to go to the halfway house and be there for 90 days. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I already told y'all that that's gonna be an issue for them. And yeah, because he wants to come home with her, and he got to go to that halfway house. So I feel like that's going to be an issue for them, and that's going to be a thorn in their relationship for the first 90 days. I promise y'all it is. So she heads over to meet his parents and his cousin. His cousin looks young. His cousin looks like about he's her age or whatever. But yeah, they're all there. She meets his parents. His mom says she reminds her a bit of herself when she was her age. And she said she hopes that everything works out well with Bianca. She hopes that things go well with them in their relationship. And she hopes everything is smooth. Daniel's dad, on the other hand, he has reservations. He himself is newly 6 months clean, sober. So he's been sober for 6 months as well. So clearly alcohol addiction runs in their family. And that is a huge issue when it comes to alcoholism. Alcoholism is a really bad addiction. I've seen plenty of family members deal with it. And it's a tough thing to kick, a tough thing to break. So I don't know how that's going to pan out. Neither does the parents. His dad apologizes to her for the statement that he made previously. And then right away they start questioning her about her drinking habits and about how she's gonna behave as far as with alcohol in front of him, around him, in the same vicinity as him. She says that she doesn't drink much and that she doesn't have a drinking problem and she doesn't want to stop drinking. I already told y'all, this is a problem. She is going to be a problem with him and alcoholism and that relationship. Okay, I'm just telling y'all. Mom and dad says that she's uneducated about addictions and that they start to explain to her what to do with any alcohol that she has left over at night, what she has to do, that she has to dump it out, that she has to put it away, she has to get it out of sight, and he cannot be around it because he is susceptible to relapse. She said she understands it's not an issue. She keeps reiterating the fact that it's not an issue. It's an issue. They also said that mom and dad also says that she has no clue about addiction, and that she has no clue about people that have problems with addiction. Dad says he wants Daniel to exit the relationship ASAP if a problem arises. So he's not looking forward to him being in a relationship with her because they know that she's immature. They know that she doesn't understand how addiction works. They know that she's not going to do anything to combat his addiction or help his addiction. And they foresee that this relationship is not going to work. And I agree. It's not going to work because she doesn't want to stop drinking, even if it's socially. She doesn't feel like she has a problem. I feel like it's a topic because that's all she talks about, and that's all she's been talking about for the last 5 episodes. 5 episodes. That's it. I feel like it's an issue. It's going to be an issue until she does something about it or comes to terms with the fact that she has to actually work on making sure that he doesn't relapse, or she has to work on making sure that she doesn't do anything in front of him to make him want to relapse in any sort of way. And it's okay to slow down drinking. They're not telling you not to drink socially, like you said, but you have to be careful around him, and they want to make sure that you are. Y'all drop it in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know if y'all feel like she's too immature for this situation. Let me know if y'all feel like Daniel is going to stick around if he's sober enough to come to the terms that he needs to leave the relationship because she's not gonna, help him thwart his addiction. Let me know if y'all feel like he's gonna relapse. Comment down below and let me know what y'all think. I think that she's going to facilitate an environment where he relapses. So let's head over to Z and Troy. So Z and Troy, they get up the next day from church. I'm assuming it's the day after they went to church. Mom's had a minute to sober up. He's asking her how she's doing to make sure if she's okay. Troy. So, they're gearing up to head to Buffalo to go see his daughter. Now, remember, last episode I told y'all that he hadn't seen his daughter in 7 years. I don't know how that relationship is, if they spoke over the phone, if they FaceTimed while he was in prison, whatever the case may be is, but he said out of his mouth that he has not seen her in 7 years. So he's going there. They're all going. Mom, Z, and him. Z's getting ready, and Mom is in the living room. Z has an issue because, her and the child's mother does not get along, and she has an attitude. She is like, she don't want to get into it with the mother. She don't want to go someplace where they don't like her. But again, honey, this is his child. He could go by himself. Yes, he can. But the little girl, he asked the little girl whether or not she wants to meet her, and she said yes. So with that being said, he wanted to facilitate the meeting, right? Z is being difficult. In my opinion, she's being difficult. And the reason why I say she's being difficult is because she's arguing with him about a situation that she could clearly just say, instead of arguing with him and carrying on and going through what they needed to go through, she could have just said, listen, I'm not in the mood to go there with you right now. I'm not in the right headspace to go with you right now. I feel like you should go and meet your daughter, and then I'll meet her afterwards. She could have just said that. But no, she's arguing, talking about she's not going to a place where she's not liked. You don't even really have to be with the mom. It could literally just be him and his daughter, and then you. She's really being difficult, in my opinion. She feels like nobody don't care how she feels. They're going to do what they're going to do. But he gave you a heads up. You have the choice to either go or not go. You don't have to make a big deal about it. They started arguing crazy. The mother got involved. It was just doing too much. She says Troy is trying to appease the ex, and the fact that she's telling them all the business. She be hearing them on the phone, and it's just a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff that we're not seeing on the cameras, because if he is having conversations with the woman, and then talking about their relationship, that's a problem. You shouldn't be doing that, especially up under her nose and in her face, and that is your wife. That's not like your girlfriend or anything like that. That is your wife. So I don't understand why you are having conversations about your wife and how you feel about your wife and things that you haven't told your wife to this woman. So that's why your wife feels some kind of way. So I could see it both ways, but I still feel like she should have been communicative enough to say, listen, I'm not feeling it right now. I'm not in the right headspace. You go meet your daughter, see your daughter, and then I'll meet her on another trip, period. And it could have ended there. I feel like anything that involves him, she has an issue with. She doesn't want to compromise with anybody else, but she wants everybody else to compromise with her. Again, I'm going to reiterate the fact that you facilitated this conversation with his mom against his better judgment, against his will. He wasn't ready. He didn't want to have the conversation, and you crossed that boundary, and you made her come for the weekend and said she had to be there. So for you to do that and then say that other people don't care about your feelings and don't care what you got to say, isn't that the same thing that you did to him? She's self-centered, and she needs to include him. It's the world. It's her world, Z's world, and everybody is just a player in it. I feel like that's how it is in her book. It's her world. Everybody else is just players. That's it. That's all. I don't think she wants to compromise with anybody else. I think that she wants everybody to do what she wants them to do, and that's it. She wants them to go to church, so they gotta go to church. She wants the parents to meet the mother, so regardless the mother spiraling out of control, they still gotta meet her. You understand what I'm saying? So it's her way or no way, in a sense. So everybody's literally just players in her world. So Karen said, so she tells him that she don't give a F what he gotta do, and he need to get the F out of her house. So he walks away. He tries to talk to her, constantly trying to talk to her, and he walks out the house. Miss Karen, the mother, said that she can't put him out, which is true because they're legally married. So that's probably why he left. But anyway, they, again, all in argumentative mode. Mom, Z, Troy, like all of them, they in argumentative mode. So they all arguing. So much so that I couldn't even really follow the conversation because it was just too much. It was way too much. Yeah, like I said, it was too much. Homeboy left the house, go take a walk to clear his head, and get his stuff together. He's not answering his phone for her, no nothing. He walks like 6 miles from the house, and I'm just like, how the hell he get 6 miles so quick? Child, that was a quick 6 miles. Unless they probably just cut it up, and how that goes. But yeah, he walked 6 miles. He was mad. He said he over it. He said he over it. And he tired of it. He tired of it. He said he tired of arguing. He only been out for 4 days. They've been arguing ever since he came home. He tired of arguing. Every time they turn around, every day they turn around, they arguing. After he leaves, Karen talking about they gonna buy her some gummies. She worried about is getting high. She comes out talking about her mom, her parents say don't chase no man, don't chase no man, and she doesn't want people to believe that she's the cause of this thing. But I'm like, you are the cause of the thing. You are the cause of the problem. You are the cause of the problem because he wants to go see his daughter. You want to be in control of all the things that y'all do. So you are the problem. You are the problem. She is the problem. She says he's embarrassing her. And I'm just like, you see, you worried about the wrong things again. You worried about the appearance of things and the judgment of other people as opposed to worried about the situation at hand and fixing the situation at hand. That's what you should be worried about. That's what you should be worried about. But again, that's that ego of hers. He's walking around trying to calm down. And he keeps saying he's done. He said he's tired. Like I said, he said he wants peace. He said he only been home for 4 days and he ain't even had no peace. He want peace. That's all he want. Mom is getting ready to go home, but she doesn't want to leave without knowing, what's going on with him because she calling all over the place. And he apparently reached out. I think he reached out to the mother of his kids because she gave the mom some information that nobody was privy to. So that's what the girl is saying, and that's why she figured like, oh, see, he talking to her, that's an issue. So then the mother, Z tells his mom that she been having an affair with some guy that be up in the house and stuff. And I'm just like, what? Was the mom high again, or is that a real thing? So hopefully we're going to see that next episode. We get to see that next episode and see if that's really a thing. She says she thinks that Z says she thinks that he tells his ex everything, and that he wants to be with her. And I'm just like, I don't know about all of that. But if he is telling that girl stuff, then that means he needs to stop talking about his relationship with her, with his wife, with her. That's what he needs to stop doing. Yeah, that's just how I feel. I feel like she's a lot of the cause of the problem because she wants to run the relationship and she want them to do what she want them to do, and she doesn't want anybody to do what they need to do. It's just what she wants to do. It's her world, and everybody just lives in it. I promise you, that's how she think. That's what I'm getting. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know if that's what y'all getting. That is her world, and everybody just live in it. Ciao. So let's get over to the creme de la creme. Let's get over to True and shontae. True is headed to shontae's house. Child. He said he was coming. He said he was on his way, and he was serious. He drove 5 whole hours to go and get to shontae's house. Child. He was not playing at the all. So he's happy that he's having twins, or it seems. I don't know. He just says things, so I can't call it. He says he regrets breaking up with her, but I don't believe him, child. I do not believe him. He thought the grass was greener on the other side, and he found out that it wasn't. I don't think he regrets it, though. I just think that he is homeless. That's what I think. He wants to chef it up for Miss shontae so that he could win her back. So he stops at the grocery store and picks up some groceries and picks up some flowers and all kind of stuff. Now, this is the typical narcissistic behavior. When they want to bring you back in to the cycle, they revisit old times and old things. He wasn't thinking about chefing it up when he was trying to get at the gym friend or whomever else he was bopping up when he came home. But now he's talking about, we were supposed to have a chefing contest, and we was supposed to have, have a cooking contest, and we was a cook-off, and now he want to have a cook-off with her. Okay, typical narcissistic behavior. They want to reignite the old feelings and bring you back to that old space that you were in before, so that they can reel you back in. That's how the cycle works. That's how the cycle works. Trust me. So he lets us know that he's been gambling at the casino, and he's been making money like that. That's how he got it like that. That's why he balled it like that, child. He said he's willing to try whatever and do whatever he needs to do to get back with shontae. Okay? He willing to do whatever he need to do to get back with shontae, child. He ain't playing. That's a homeless mind, a homeless thinking mind if I ever. So he finally makes it to shontae's house, and when he knocks on the door, she's still got that stupid smirk on her face, so I already knew that she was open to letting him be there. Okay? Like I said before, she's standing there grinning like a fool, child, grinning like a fool. So that already gave me the indication that she is going to allow him back into her life in this relationship, period. I feel like she'll be back with him in 2.2 seconds. And that was his plan, to reel her back in. And all she had to do was reach out to him and give him this information. I feel like that's why she's keeping them twins anyway, because she still wanted to be with him. And that was her way to reel him back in once he left. When she found out that he was pregnant, that was her way to reel him back in. He gives her the flowers that he had bought her, and they discuss the cooking and all of that stuff. He cooks her a steak omelet after she talk about him navigating his way around the kitchen. She's smiling from ear to ear, grinning, looking foolish. Her mouth is saying one thing, but her face and her body is telling me a whole different story. Her face and her body is telling me that she is ready to get back with him. I don't care what nobody say. I honestly don't care what nobody say. Her face and her body is telling me something different. Her mouth might be saying, I'm still mad at you. I'm not trying to let you back in. But her face is telling me something different. She still has feelings for him. She still wants him in her life. He explains that he wants to get back with her, and he wants to be there for the kids. She says she wants to see actions, not words. I agree. Actions speak louder than words, and especially when it comes to a narcissist. But with a narcissist, you have to believe their words. I mean, not their words. You have to believe their actions and not their words. So, yeah, you gotta actions. It is all about the actions. She asked him why he showed up. She asked him why he showed up. And he says that if he needed her for something. She asked him why he showed up, and because he need her. And he was like, I didn't need you. I don't need you for nothing. You know, I'm making money, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't really need you for nothing. He said he got everything. He get everything he need because he could take care of himself or whatever. But he wanted to be with her. Okay, sir. I feel like you got everything you needed with that casino money, but a home, child. But a home. I feel like he's homeless. And that's why he want to get back up. That's just how I feel. He can't stay with his mother. He is paroled to her place where she at, even though she moved, and he has to find an excuse to calm down that parole officer so that he could stay home, so that he won't get violated. I think that is the reason why he showed back up with shontae. And I feel like her being pregnant with those babies was the perfect excuse, because initially last episode he starts off the episode saying that he gotta fix what he got going on with his parole officer because his mother put him out and he's not staying nowhere. He's staying not that he's staying nowhere. He was staying with somebody else, and he wasn't even staying with shontae, and now he's not staying with his mother. So he gotta fix that so that he won't get violated. So I feel like that's the reason why he wanted to go back to her place. He knows that she will take him back because she's still in that place, because he was holding on. He was still texting her and all of that stuff. And then when she called him with the information about the twins, that's what he was like, got her. That's how they think. That is how they think. Trust me. That is how they think. Yeah. She says that the biggest thing that she wants, and the most thing that she really, really wants, is respect, in order for her to get the trust back. And I'm just like, girl, you started trusting him from the moment he came to your door. You started trusting him from the moment he showed up at your door. So girl, stop. She asked him if he was seeing anybody, and he's like, yes. And, you know, he's talking about he needed to get everything out and open up front. And, you know, he realized that he didn't want nobody else. He wanted her. He needed to be with her. I said, yeah, he just telling... She's dumb. I promise you she's dumb. He's literally telling her whatever he needs to tell her to get back in that house. That is what he's doing. He's telling her what he needs to tell her, that the things that she wants to hear, to get back in that house. Yes, he admitted to cheating because she already know that that's what he was doing. But that's the most simplest thing. But he's telling her what he needs to tell her to get back in the house. I promise you that. That's the only reason why he's being open and honest with her. And that food didn't look that great. Just saying. Just a FYI. For somebody who's a chef and chefing it up, that food didn't look that great. That food didn't look that great. Not to me. Not anyway. So, this is the start of their new journey, because I'm sure she's going to let him back in. I'm sure that's going to be a thing. So, I will wait and see. But y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what it is. What y'all think. Because I think that they're going to start where they finished. Especially with these babies coming, child. I don't think this is going to end well. I think that he's still going to leave her again once he gets a footing on the situation with the parole officer and stuff like that. I don't think that he's going to stay with her. I think he's going to continue to cheat on her and devalue her. I think that's what he's going to do. But that's just my opinion. So let's move on to the final story. This is Hope and Arthur. So right now, they in the kitchen. He's cooking breakfast. You know, making breakfast for her. She explains that she was a little bit upset about what happened the night before. The fact that he stayed out so late and she cooked and, you know, all of those things. You know, she tells him that she wants to take him to a fabric store to get him some fabric so he can start making clothes, you know, because he likes fashion and all that stuff. So she wants him to get into his fashion bag. And I like that about her, and I like that about him. You know, she wants him to be productive. She wants to help him out. She also explains that really all she wanted the moment that he came out is to be laid up in the bed with him doing a nasty child. She's trying to get freaky dicky all day, all night, laying in the bed. That's all she wanted to do. She didn't want to do nothing else. That's all she wanted to do, child. They all in that same mode. They all in that same mode. You know, so they had to the store, and he's in heaven. You could clearly tell that this is his element, that this is what he wants to do, that this is what he likes to do, all because of the way that he was speaking about the fabrics and stuff like that. He said he's never been in a fabric store that big. The way he was speaking about the fabrics, like he knew, like he was educated about that, and I like that. You know, how he handled them, what he could do with them. So I feel like he's in his element, and I mean, that's a good thing. I feel like that needs to be nurtured. You know, Hope gets a call from her sister. She has to step away. She explains to us that she did not tell her sisters about him. She doesn't know how to break it to them or whatever. She doesn't want to tell them about the situation. And he walks up and he's like, who you talking to? And she shushes him up and he's like, what you mean? And then she explains to him that, you know, that she was talking to her sister, that it's nothing. She just didn't explain, you know, she didn't tell them about him. And he gets a little bit upset because he doesn't like the fact that she's keeping him a secret from them, and like she's moving secretively about a lot of things, and he don't like that. Because of the fact that of what happened before, you know, she had a relationship with that person, and it still bothers him to this day. Regardless if he feels that they wanted an open relationship, I don't think he was happy with the situation or the circumstance, and he is not letting that go. So he feels some kind of way, you know, and he's upset. He's upset about it. She don't know why he upset. She a little bit confused, but they just gonna have to deal with that situation when it get there. So then, where am I? So then, they get back to the house. They get back to the house, and he's putting together a bookshelf for her. You know, he tells her that he found some pictures with her and some dude. You know, she asked him if he wants her to throw it away, and he's like, nah, keep it. But you could tell that he feels some kind of way, and I wish that he would stop hiding his feelings and talk about it. You are not in prison anymore. You do not have to be emotionless, especially with somebody who loves you. I feel like he should stop hiding his true feelings and tell her. He is not happy with the fact that she was with somebody else. He cannot move forward. And that means that he's going to have to be away from her or not be in a relationship with her, because he can't get past the fact that she was with somebody else. Somebody else that she told him about, that he approved of, but he still feels some kind of way about. But he has to be honest with himself, and he has to be honest with her. And at this current moment, he's not doing it. So he then explains to us that he doesn't really trust her because of the fact that she's keeping him a secret from his sisters. And, you know, he don't know if she's still messing around with some guys. He don't know, but he don't trust her. She says that he's not open, like I told y'all before, and that he don't show no emotion since he's been home, and she wants him to open up to her, let her in, and he's not. He says he doesn't want to show his hand or his emotions until he fully trusts somebody. So that means because he doesn't trust her, he is not going to let her in. And that's going to be a difficult situation to overcome, especially in a relationship that y'all trying to build on. She wants him to let her in. He's not willing to do that at the moment. Understandable, but then again, not understandable, because you cannot fully commit into a relationship and you not open up or even try to open up. you have to give a little. And at this moment, he's not willing to. So I feel like he definitely needs to step back from her because he's still dealing with his own demons. And she got to let him go. So Arthur gets emotional and he walks out the house. He starts crying. He breaks down really badly. He's talking to the producers for a little bit to try to help him, just reel him back in. Child, he said he sees everybody like demons. And he's confused. He needs help. If you look into his eyes, you could tell that he is not okay. I was watching that and I felt for him. He is not mentally. That whole scene when he was outside, he is not mentally stable. There's something that he has to deal with, or something that happened to him while he was in prison outside of what he told us on the screen, that happened to him that he is fighting and he has to deal with. He said he wants her to go to hell for everything she did. That is what he told the cameras while he was in confessionals. That's what he said. That is what he said. Hope comes out and she tries to talk to him, and she's, she don't know what's going on. He's standing there stoic, stone face, just staring into nothing, not saying nothing to nobody, standing there with his hands down to his side, with his face stoic as ever. She's like, what's the matter? What's going on? You okay? I love you. You are right. All he said was, I love you. She's still like, you don't want to talk to me? You don't want to talk to me? Like asking him all kind of questions, trying to hug him. He is not even moving his body, his arms, like nothing. He's still just staring there, like straight into nothingness. He's there, but he is not there. Like present mentally. He's not present. Then she calls his mom on the phone. His mom is trying to talk to him, trying to coax him. We're going to get through this. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. The mom knows something that we don't know. In order for her to automatically come on the phone like that, and then he's like, I love you, Mom. That's all he's saying. I love you, Mom. He must have experienced something very, very traumatic in prison that he is not telling us. And it haunts him to this day. He needs help. He looks like he is ready to Hope right there on the street. If he had a weapon, he looked like he would do that to her. And that is like crazy to me. He looked like, if you look into his face at that very moment, he looked like somebody who was ready to take their life. That's what he looked like to me. So I just feel for him. I feel for him. He's spaced out and he really needs help. He really needs help. He says in the confessionals that he got PTSD because somebody got, taken out right in front of him. He said the man was reaching for him, saying, help me, help me, help me. What was that scenario like? Y'all in the same space. What was that scenario like? There has to be more to that story. We need more context. Something more happened that he's not telling us. Because for you to be in that space where a person is that close to you in proximity and they're reaching out for you and this happened to them and they're saying, help me, help me, help me. What is happening in that space? They cut production. They hold production because he is having a mental breakdown. So they need to get him mental help. So that's why they cut production. Rightfully so. I would have cut production too, because he really looked like he was out of it and he really needed help. He's really traumatized because something crazy happened. But we need to know. They cut filming with him. So we might not see him and Hope for the rest of the season. But we need to get down to the bottom of this and see what happened with him. That's my spew. That's my spew. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think about that situation. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know if y'all seen him freak out. Like his mind wasn't there. His body was there. He was present, but he wasn't there. I feel bad for him. Drop that in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Don't forget to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. If you stuck out this far, child, you are my friend. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.